All right, so as a first project, I'm just gonna walk you guys through kind of what my office life is and what my work environment is like every day. I don't really have to go anywhere for work. I get to work from home or remotely, wherever that may be, wherever my laptop can be with me. So I have two systems here located on the sandbox, which is the Ohio Cyber Range. It hosts those machines. I have a Linux machine, the Kali Linux, and my Windows 10 machine here. So I'm logged into both of those. I'm just going to show you some really basic stuff. Windows 10, most, if not all of you, should be familiar with what Windows does. It's basically both of these machines are here for research purposes and things I can use to conduct these labs and projects that I'm going to be doing throughout the semester. So for my Kali system, Kali is, like I said, a version of Linux. So it's just another operating system, and it has a ton of cybersecurity related tools on it. So if you're into cybersecurity and you want to kind of throw yourself into the mix and get yourself familiar with some of these tools and what Kali can do to help you and see what you can do with some of this stuff, I would definitely recommend you can do VirtualBox. I've used that as well. Let's see, where did that go? It's somewhere. Thought I had it up, but I guess I don't. VirtualBox, you can create your own Kali system. We used VirtualBox for our first assignment. It was used for a capture the flag. So I can kind of show you that as well. VirtualBox is just these virtual machines hosted locally on my machine rather than over through UC that I open up through a browser. So here I have it downloaded. You can see here's our capture the flag assignment that we were given. Our mentor, Alex, he gave it to us. We downloaded it, and then I created my own Kali Linux system here and tried to go through that. Didn't get very far since I haven't taken a pen testing class or anything, but I did get through a few steps, which I was pretty proud of myself for. But anyways, back to basic walkthrough. So I'm going to show you guys how to ping a system. So I'm going to ping from my Windows to Kali and then from my Kali system back to my Windows. So you can kind of see how they can reply and communicate with each other. In order to ping a system, you need to know the IP address of the system that you want to ping. So, for example, if I want to ping my Kali Linux system here, I'm going to do ifconfig, if I can type. So ifconfig gives us our IP address right here. So 192.168.13.153. And then same thing over here. You just have to open your command prompt. In Kali, it's called the terminal. So Linux terminal, Windows, it's called your command prompt. So for Windows, it is IP instead of IF. So ifconfig gives you your IP version 4 address right here. And you can also do the command ipconfig/all. It gives you a little bit more information. So you can see your host name, you can see your DNS, if it was listed there. You could see your physical address, your MAC address. You could see your if DHCP is enabled or not. So you can see a little bit more information rather than just doing the IP config, which gives you this little tiny bit of information here. So I want to ping my Kali system. I use a super basic command, and it is just ping and then the address of the system that you want to ping. So it's 192.168.13.153. Then you hit enter. And as you can see, we're getting some replies here. So it sent 4 packets and received 4 packets. There was no loss. So these systems are definitely able to communicate right now. So I'll go ahead and show you the same thing from my Kali pinging my Windows system. So it's the same command, ping, and then 192.168.13.155. Enter. And as you can see here, it's not doing anything. It's kind of stuck. It's hung up. So I'm going to do Control-C, which just closes that, quits that command. So it says 10 packets transmitted, 0 received, 100% packet loss. So that means something is wrong and it cannot communicate with our Windows system here. So by default, Windows Firewall is on. So what you need to do in this case is go to the firewall settings and turn that firewall off, and then you should be able to communicate with your Windows system. So I'm just going to turn this off here. And try pinging it one more time. You can also use your up and down arrow keys to go through past commands. So I'm just going to hit my up arrow key and get back to my ping. And as you can see, we are automatically now getting replies from our Windows system. So I'm going to do Control C again just to quit that. And now it says 10 packets transmitted, 10 received, 0% packet loss. So that's what we like to see when we're pinging. Sometimes if there's a lot of traffic, you might have some things that are lost, but a lot of the times it shouldn't. So for both of those, they were both able to communicate with the other. I just want to pop through here. There's a lot of tools in Kali that I'm really excited to work with and see what they're able to do and help me get through some labs and projects and see what I can really do with this Kali system in terms of security. So there's so many tools, there's so many categories, you name it, it's on here. So if you want to play around, I really, really suggest looking through Kali and some of the tools that you can experiment with and see what you can do. For some future upcoming labs and projects, I know that my first project that I'm going to be working on is going to be Python related. So Python is a type of scripting language. I'll be running some labs and projects that I'll be posting on my page here for you guys to try out if you're interested. If you've never done anything with Python and you're interested, it'll definitely be beginner level as I'm still learning the Python language as well. So I hope you guys will tune in to some of my future projects.